I had an epic backcountry shower this morning with this pot and that pot for boiling my morning coffee. That's it. These two items gave me an epic shower. So I did something different this morning. Normally I just boil that, throw it on me, boil that, throw it on me. But what I did today was I boiled that one and then I filled this one up 3/4 with cold water and then topped it up until it was warm enough and I splashed it and poured it on me. And I continued to do that probably 3-4 times. So say I'd use 4 of these full of water to have a really great shower this morning. The last one was just a wasteful one. It was warm and I just poured it over top. I was like, ha, 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 ha. Let it splash all over me. It was damn epic. I have a shower thing in the back. I could have charged it, propped it up, put a pail up, warmed up the pail of water and did all that fuss and whatever. Or just do this. It was just so much easier. Because all I had to do is boil one pot. One pot. That's it. Before I was like boiling them a little bit until they were warm enough and then I'd use it. Fill it up again, go back and boil it again until it was warm enough and then I'd use it. This way was just so much easier. Why didn't I think of this earlier? Anyway, guys, good morning. We are in the backcountry in Quebec, about 7 hours away, 6-7 hours away from Quebec City. And this morning, I don't know what we're doing. Cruzy's passed out sleeping. Emmy's roaming around this province of hers somewhere, and we're clean. It's a good start. And bro, some breakfast. Well, clean your face off, buddy. Look at it. You think you're gonna get in the house with a face like that? Not gonna happen, bro. Your nose, buddy. All right, buddy, ready to go? Hey, we'll hit the road. Another day on the road. What do you say? There's a nice little spot here. Thank you to the backcountry for the beautiful hospitality. We are heading into the next town. Cruzy's climbing back into his co-pilot seat. Are you ready, buddy?
Moon is watching shallow dreams. Night is rocking her to sleep. Wind whispers in the trees. Hidden secrets are hard to keep.
Pretty awesome to see mountains out here. Woo-ha! Love it. Wait to see that view. Wait to see it. Boom! Oh, that's good.
Dark blue ocean in the sea. Waves are rocking him to sleep. He can still hear her heartbeat.
The drive out here has been incredibly beautiful this morning. This highway has been winding along the ocean the entire way. The views of the mountains has been breathtaking. Still hasn't won what Nova Scotia gave me though, but these mountains, whew, beautiful.
She's still waiting, wishing time could make it right. She is waiting. Dawn is bringing morning light. She is waiting.
That's the highway right there, running all the way along. It's been like this for like the last half an hour. It's just amazing.
In this fight. Moon is watching shallow dreams. Night is rocking her to sleep. Wind whispers in the trees. Hidden secrets.
This whole area is packed with tiny little town after tiny little town. Whoa, that place is cool. I drove by and it looked like a whole bunch of little pieces sticking out of the ground. For real. Look it. I'm sorry. They're little heads. All these things are little heads. This is the little boy in me that thought they looked like something else from a distance. But look at them all. These are cool. awesome. Serpent, and check this out. They go all the way down straight into the water. All these little heads. Oh, little baby head. Look at them. This is wild. All the way out there into the ocean. Now I feel like I disrespected the artist by saying that these things look like... Oh, so, I still... This was a pretty cool little spot right on the side of the road. That's actually a restaurant and like a big outdoor art display. This bench is awesome. Look at this thing. Everything's done like this. I'm sorry. I still think they look like, you know, those things. Why is that a dog with no head? All these, oh, it does have a head. I'm sitting here looking, I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? He's got no, it's not a dog. Hi, little sheep or lamb or whatever you are. All these guys look like they're staring over here going, oh. It's the Grand Pecker. Oh man, the older I get, you still can't take that little boy out of me. You can't. Sorry, you just can't. That was fun. This whole town is seriously an artsy-fartsy town. That thing is cool. This whole town is literally covered in art. Everywhere. Check this out. Look at that. More art. There's the sheep's, all the sheep there. And then a sheep herder. What's that, buddy? Those are sheep. I'm pretty sure those are concrete, bro. Hey, wait a minute. Look who's in front of us. Yeah, I think that's Emmy. Yeah, great. Great dashboard. Great. I found Emmy. Hi. You got those?
Yeah, in my kit I have, should have.
Well, let's do it. Let's change that out. At least I'm pretty sure these are taillights. So I don't have these in my van anymore because I've changed. My back ones are all LED. So these ones are all LED up here. These lights are all built into it. And then down there I have the LED backup light. So fingers crossed this is what she needs. Emmy has quite the tool shed back here.
Yeah, so
She's locked, loaded, and rusty.
this one is rusty, yeah, but
Perfect. Reverse. Just to make sure you're good to go, girl. It's all good. Teamwork. My big tray of backups, all my extra fuses. I even carry extra battery terminals because you never know. Clips, big fuses for my winch and stuff like that. So I went to the grocery store and I bought beets in a bag because I'm a lazy chef. That goes in there. And while we were in the grocery store, Emmy here walked over to me and she's like, "Cheese, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. You have to buy it." I guess it's supposed to sound like my suspension did. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
If it's fresh, you will make it. Did you make it a lot?
No.
Oh, we hear it.
I gotta tell you something. If you eat food and it squeaks, if you're eating food that squeaks, you probably shouldn't be eating it. Bada boom. Just like that. That's a mall. That's another camper van. That's me and Emmy, and we're sleeping here in this big parking lot here tonight. And what's the name of this town? I don't know. I've been driving by, reading the names of all these towns I've been cruising through all day today, and you think I could pronounce one of them? Just one. And I'm like, one more, and then I had to read. I'm like, it's all French. I can't read anything. Now that looks like fun. Earlier on today, before I bumped into Emmy, I popped in to get groceries in this little small town, and I filled up my shopping cart, and then I went to the self-checkout because the last time I was out here in Quebec, I wouldn't go into a place that didn't have self-checkout, because if I can do self-checkout, I just got to push the English button, and then I feel like I'm right back in an English-speaking province, and things are fluent and super easy for me to just ring my stuff through and bounce out of there without having a little bit of a language hiccup. Got to the grocery store, walked over to the self-checkout, and I couldn't find the English button because I was only wearing these glasses, not my reading glasses. So I was like, whatever. There's a 50-50 chance the person at the teller is going to speak at least some sort of English and I'll be fine. I get to the counter, she says bonjour, and I said hello. And I find that's the key. Open the conversation with hello, good morning, hello, good afternoon. That way they know you speak English. If they do and they understand it, they will usually switch for you, which is really great. This lady did not. And I find the smaller towns are the ones that you have the most problems with. And or Emmy was telling me if they're an older person, chances are they weren't in the education system when they taught English. So Emmy was telling me that when she went to school, they actually taught English in the schools out here in Quebec. So they have a better understanding of the language. So she suggested next time I go through, try to find a younger teller, because sometimes the older ones may not have had the chance to learn the new language. Thank you, Emmy, for the pro tip. So that didn't help my awkward situation today. There was a big lineup of people behind me. She rings through everything. She says something to me and I don't understand it. So I automatically show her my card and I go down to tap it and she says something to me. So I then inserted that card into the bottom and then she said something to me. So I waited and I looked at it. I didn't understand what she said, pulled my card out. So I tried a different card, like my MasterCard. I don't know. I didn't know what she was saying to me. And after probably what felt like 5 minutes, may have only been 60 seconds, of very awkwardness on my part because my groceries were right there. What do? Do I just walk away at that point, bow my head and just walk out of the store because I feel like an idiot because I don't understand anything? And thankfully somebody back in the lineup's like, sir, she's just telling you that the debit machine doesn't work right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, sir, thank you. Then I paid her cash. So there was a little note there, but I couldn't read any of the notes. All in French. Zero help to me. So those are moments that I usually like to try to avoid. I don't like being in that awkward position because it just makes me feel very small and I just don't like it. So last time I traveled through here, I avoided doing everything. I never went to Tim Hortons, didn't do any drive-through, which is probably better for the belly. I avoided everything unless they had a self-checkout with an English button. But something we noticed today, I don't know if this is the case or if this is just flukely happening. If you go to a gas pump, when you push your card into the gas pump, it knows you speak English. Now everything else from that point forward is in English. So Emmy found that today when we popped into the grocery store tonight, when she popped her card in the machine, because she did the self-checkout in French. As soon as she popped her card in the machine that does your banking stuff was all in English for her. So I think the machines read that, hey, you're an English speaker, and now this is all in English. So I noticed that today at the gas station, which I thought was cool, because sometimes at gas stations you look at the thing and I'm like, I don't see a place that says push this button for English. So, but today I did the same thing. Got to the gas thing, popped my card in there, boom, everything was in English. Was pretty sweet. But there is a bit of a gap there when it comes to traveling in a place that is a French-speaking province. Bigger towns and stuff, there's not really a worry, like downtown Quebec City and any of the main tourist areas usually don't have a problem, but today was a little embarrassing. I made it through it, got everything I needed. We're good to go though, so all in all, it wasn't so bad. Hey, just like I make the bed around you, clean the house around you. You do anything around here? Anything? Hey, you just lie around and sleep all day, bro? All day? I just looked it up online, and we are in a town called Montjoly, Quebec. It's about 300 kilometers outside of Quebec City, and that's where I'm heading, into that incredible, beautiful city in the next couple of days, because I have a very important package. Yes, I do, and it's a package that is gonna be a gift that keeps on giving, both me and to you. My dash cluster. It's coming. It's on its way right now. The repair on the dash cluster, including shipping, cost me about $650 to get it all said and done. I just hope it works. That's the second company that's taken my dash cluster out of my van to repair it. The first one didn't repair anything. Everything came back and it was all failure. And the guy's like, oh no, I fixed it. No, you didn't. So I'm hoping this time these guys solve all the problems. The dinging stop, my fuel gauge works, my RPM works, my speedometer works, and everything is good. My bulbs that are supposed to light up right. God, that thing has been so... Just bringing the subject up about that dash cluster just stresses me out. But anyway, the repaired cluster is on its way, so we're heading out there in the next couple of days to go pick it up. But let's end this video here with talking about traveling to a place like Quebec where they don't speak English. It's not that bad, you guys. Believe it or not, if you go into a business, there's a high chance there's going to be somebody that speaks English. It's the smaller, little remote towns where you may have the biggest problems. But if you're in bigger, larger areas, I wouldn't sweat it. Like today in that scenario, I could have turned around and said something to the other tellers. Hey, does anybody speak English? And I bet you somebody would have said, no problem, sir. What can I do for you? Without a doubt. But I think Emmy's little piece of advice is really great. If you're going into businesses, try to find the younger people that may be more English speaking than dealing with somebody older who's a bit more traditional to the old Quebec ways. Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really great advice, something that I would have definitely not thought about. So I've seen some of you asking, how come me and Emmy aren't together all the time? Because any couple needs a bit of space. So sometimes she'll go bounce around her way when she has a calm day. I shouldn't say bounce. I should reword that. When she needs to have a calm day, she goes and takes her calm day. Because me, I need chaos in my day every day. Very occasionally do I need something mellow. But that's usually still watching Netflix where my mind is running a mile a minute. But so yeah, once in a while we'll bounce away from each other. Like today, I didn't expect to bump into her in this little town, and we did, which was great. And now she's beside me. And I'm really excited about that because there's a shower in town here. And that's something I would have probably avoided just in case there was a language barrier and I was in an awkward situation again. But I'm stoked because now tomorrow I get to have myself a nice, warm, running, hot shower. The one I had this morning was great out of my bucket and stuff. That was awesome. But standing underneath actual hot running water, nothing like it. All right, everybody, we're going to go. We done. We out of here for the night. All right, I'm going to crawl into bed. I'm taking my pants off. This is where you guys need to just shut the camera. I mean, shut the camera. That's where I need to shut the camera. You guys just need to shut this off. All right, door's locked. Everything good to go. Night, everybody. Bye. Give me some light in here. All right, now we're good to go. Now we can shut this off.